Hey everybody, what is up? I am so glad you are here today to join me for another workout. We have a brief, shorter workout here today. What we're going to do is start like a little bit of a series where we're going to just be using at-home equipment for short videos. And we're going to start today with this lovely chair right here. So grab your chair. You might want to test some of the exercises we're going to do on that chair first to make sure you have the right height. So to give you an idea of what we'll be doing some step ups, some sit to stands, some dips, modified burpees. So I think the real thing that you probably need to test a chair for is a stability, and then B, making sure it's the right height. So maybe just grabbing that chair for me. And your step up looks like this. You put one foot on and then you bring it up and you come back down. So that's something to be aware of. Those dips, you're going to turn around, put those hands on the chair and dip down. So that also might be something that you test out beforehand. Your sit to stands, those should be pretty good, I think, with any size. The lower, the harder it would be. So you're just going to stand it up here on one foot at a time, coming back down. And then once you figure out what chair is right for you, we will go ahead and get going. So like I said, this is one of those shorter videos. It's going to be about 16 minutes of hard work with little breaks in between. With that being said, what I would suggest is when we do these short videos is beforehand, you go ahead and go outside, maybe run for 10-15 minutes, walk for 10-15 minutes, get on your elliptical, get on your bike, anything that you want to do before we get started. And this will be a timed workout. I will keep time for you. So if you're doing it with me, you'll just hear me say next. We're going to be about 45 seconds at a time, 30-second breaks, for some 45-second breaks. But we're going to be working those 16 minutes. But with 45 seconds, hopefully it should feel pretty good here. You don't need any other equipment, of course, other than your water bottle and that chair. So let's just go ahead. Let's pretend like you went out and you ran. You did all that fun stuff. You got on your elliptical. You did whatever you love doing for about 10-15 minutes. And now you are ready for this beginner's workout here. We will start with a step up on one. You're just going to keep using that same leg to start. All right. So for the step up, the higher the chair, the harder the step up will be. So if your chair is pretty high, make sure you're nice and stable. Make sure you're not like wobbly or anything like that. And then also go slow. All right, let's not get hurt, okay? All right, so let's go ahead. We're gonna start 45 seconds at a time. We're starting with one step up here. And as always, team, we have Grace in here, but I'm gonna go ahead and tell you, normally you see her kind of sitting by herself, sleeping. That is not the case today. She is wide awake with us. So if she's coming and going, I'm just gonna let her out and let her back in. She's been a good girl. So, all right, let's go ahead and get started with those step ups. Get your chair ready. 16 minutes of hard work coming your way. If you're not ready, hit that pause button. Hit the pause button. Come back to me when you are ready, when you're warmed up. You can always go to my warm-up video as well as another way to warm up. If you're like, you know what, I got about 20 minutes of time. Let's just warm up and then get this 60-minute workout knocked out with this chair and go back to your day. Perfectly fine too. Let's go in 3, 2, and 1. We're gonna step up 1 foot at a time here. So I'm gonna lead with my left foot here, hands nice and tight up here, where I'm gonna keep them foot up, step up, come down. That's 1. So we're doing this for time here, 45 seconds, leading with that same foot each and every time. I'm starting with that left. The key here is to make sure that foot is completely on. Do not be doing this and trying to stand up, okay? Promise me. Foot is completely flat. Putting that foot completely flat on the ground before coming back up. Making sure there's no kittens behind you. Last rep. 3, 2, 1. Let's switch sides here. 45 seconds. Working those legs here, you should feel those quads start to light up. You'll see these calf muscles engage here. Now, if you are an intermediate person, and maybe you have some equipment at home, this would be a great time to do maybe some, if you had a bench, you could add a hop at the top. If you were just using a bench, this is too high for sure to be adding a hop at the top. But if you're that intermediate person, feel free to kick it up a little. Last one here. Let's go to our sit to stand. So what we do here is you sit down on the ground. One foot is completely off the floor, or if you need an option, it's kind of resting. It's like a kickstand. Let's see if you can't see it here. It's a little bit kickstand like that. Yep. The other one is what powers up. So you're standing it up. All your power is on one side here as you stand it up. Using that same foot, that same leg. I am doing the option. I'm keeping my ankle on the ground, so I'm creating a little kickstand. If you're ready for it, you can go ahead. That foot doesn't touch the ground at all. There's a challenge for you. Keep after it. Go ahead, switch sides. 45 seconds. So now I'm going to use that right. Let's go. We're keeping with those legs here. We have a surprise for you coming up next. Not everybody's favorite surprise. Let's go. Make sure you're turning on your favorite tune here. Going to my Spotify list, finding a playlist that really gets you going. Have it playing in the background. Last rep. We're going to a modified burpee here. So for a modified burpee, you're just going to use your chair, okay? So you can jump if you're ready. You can add a calf raise here. Add that calf raise. Put your hands on the bottom. On that bottom of that chair, walk your feet back. Walk it up. Calf raise, walk it back, walk it up. Hey, if you're ready for it, go ahead. Give me the real deal. Say goodbye to the chair for this exercise. Give me a jump, come down, push up, come all the way up. But this is a great way to start doing burpees. A modified version for all my beginners out there. Or my pregnant ladies, I feel you, I'm right there with you. Keep it up, 3, 2, and 1. You have 30 seconds to rest. The next thing we'll do are dips. So again, we'll be putting our hands, I'm going to put mine right here. If yours doesn't have arms, you can put them right on the bottom of that chair as well if you have room, right? So if I had a little more room, I might put my hands down here. My legs stay straight for a dip as I just come down. All that happens is my elbows drop down. Let's go ahead and get after it in 3, 2, and 1. Now, if you bend those legs when you come down, that is an option for you. So all I'm doing here are my elbows are bending. You see that? If you don't bend those legs, that's a little bit harder. Give me a little bend as your option here. You are working the back of those arms right here, those triceps. Let's keep it up. We got a little bit of ab work coming your way. Working a little bit of that core. If you need any breaks, you take them. These dips are no joke. Give me a couple more. All right. Then I want you to go ahead. Feet about the width of your chair there. Right underneath. Hands come behind your head. You reach in. Crunch down. Crunch down. Modified crunch there. Using this chair. Reaching. That elbow goes to the opposite knee here. Almost there. We are working that core here, those ab muscles. Next up, we have a modified push-up in 3, 2, and 1. That modified push-up here, you're gonna put your hands on the chair, feet come back, elbows drop, you go into a push-up here, right? Push-up. If you guys need an option, feel free. I'm right here with you. I'm gonna drop down to my knees and do a push-up here. Make sure, again, you always want to make sure, give it a little push, make sure that chair is stable. We're not using a chair with wheels. Golly gee, I hope you guys haven't so far. Let's go. Keep up with those push-ups. Keep it up. Last one. And then we are going to do a squat. This is our last exercise for the day. So we're just going to do a squat. When your booty touches that chair, you come back up, all right? So stand a little bit away, shoulder width apart, drop down, my booty touches, I come straight back up. Now, if I am an intermediate person, I'm touching, exploding up. Touching, exploding up, right? But us beginners here, pregnant ladies, whoever is watching with me who's ready for an option, just let that booty touch, come right down. Keep it up, working those glutes, those thighs. Almost there, we get a rest after this. 3, 2, and 1. We have 45 seconds, 45, not 43, 45 seconds, and then we're gonna start it back up with step ups. Now is the time to get that drink of water. All right, we still have 30 seconds here. I'm gonna turn my chair. So we're gonna do all that again, and then we're done. You'll stretch it out after. Remember, you've already had that warm up, you've had that stuff beforehand to get you going. All right, we take a couple deep breaths. Relax your shoulders down, away from your ears. We don't wanna see this. That's not gonna help us. Relax them down. We step up in 3, 2, 1. 45 seconds. Taking everything 45 seconds at a time. And at this point, you're already halfway there. Look, my heel came off just a little bit. We're not doing that. Totally safe here. Coming all the way up. It happens to all of us. We start being a little careless, and that's how injury happens. So, I'm with you here. We all need work. So, keep that focus on what you're doing. And you're almost there. We're almost ready to switch those legs. Last rep. 45 seconds on the other side. Let's go. Keep it up. You got about 15 seconds left here. And then we'll go to those sit stands. One more round of those. One more. Sit to stand it is. Propping my ankle up, or propping my heel up. That little bit of angle. This one's solid. Standing it up. Again, if you need that challenge, or if you're ready to try it, pick that foot up totally off the ground. Keep trying to stand it up here. This is your last round here. Breathe through it. Don't forget to breathe. Last rep. Go ahead. Switch sides there. Switch sides. Now my right. Powering through my right, using the power of my right leg. Other foot at an angle. Standing it up. Let's go. You got this. "15 more seconds. Come on. You got 15 seconds left into you. I know it. Last one. Let's go ahead. We're doing those modified burpees here. Again, I'm going to go with the calf raise. Then my hands come on those bench, walking my feet out. Of course, you always have that option to jump, to push, to come back. Wherever it is that you are, that's what you do today. Just work on getting that heart rate up, your body moving. Let me know, when are you doing this, huh? When are you looking to do a short workout like this? Maybe it's midday, during your lunch break. I'm curious when you guys are doing these short workouts. Last rep, 30 seconds break. 30-second break. I'm gonna flip that chair over and do some dips next. But first, I'm gonna get a drink of water. We have a couple exercises left. Couple more, and we are done for the day. How exciting. We are almost there already. Getting sweaty here, guys. I promise. Let's go to those dips. In 3, 2, dip. Again, you can do what I'm doing here, bending those knees. If you need, you can do 10 dips. Take a couple deep breaths. 10 more, couple deep breaths. Man, those are tough on those triceps. We got less than 10 seconds. Let's just keep going. Less than 10 seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Let's go to those crunches. Whew. Let's go to those crunches. Hands up. Reaching in. Reaching in. As always, with any of these exercises that are modified with a chair. So those dips, it's not a modification. That's how you do a dip, right? But this is a modified crunch, right? A modified bike. So if you're done it before and you're ready for it, go ahead, get down on the ground and give me a bike. If you're like, wow, I feel nothing, Heather, then maybe kick it up a notch, okay? No one's stopping you. Don't let me stop you. Let's work. 3. Last rep. Let's turn around. I'm gonna flip my chair around and do some push-ups here with you. I'm gonna put my knees on the ground here, putting my hands onto this chair, giving me some push-ups here. Always making sure that chair is nice and stable and steady. There's nothing underneath it. Making sure you got a flat surface. We got 15. Here is a great opportunity if you're not quite ready to pick those feet up, but you feel like this isn't maybe doing enough. Power. Add power. Push it up. Last count. We got 1 exercise left for 45 seconds. We are going to squat it out for these last 45 seconds. Down. Keeping your chest forward. I talk about this almost every single time I do a squat because it's so important here. Take a look. Take a look. This is not right, okay? Not good. There we go. Nice, neutral spine. 10 seconds. 3, 2, and 1. That is it. That is it, my friends. What I want you to do now, as always, letting our heart rate come down. Letting our heart rate come down here. Deep breaths. Making sure you take the time today to stretch it out. Dropping those elbows down. Deep breaths for me. Let's take one arm right overhead. You're reaching in between those shoulder blades. The other hand comes up, grabbing that opposite elbow. We are stretching the back of our arm, our triceps. So our triceps are what we use during those dips, right? So we want to make sure we stretch those out here today. Go ahead and switch sides for me. Let's go ahead. You can use this chair once again to bring that heel towards the glute. Using this chair to balance if you need. If not, you put the hand out front, down here, whatever makes sense for you. As always, comment down below. Did you enjoy this? Do you want more of stuff like this? Do you want more intense stuff? Do you want less intense stuff? You gotta let me know what you guys want, and I'm happy to deliver it to you. Go ahead and switch sides here. Just comment below if you liked it. As always, you can reach out to us, Honey Active Fit, on Facebook or Instagram. That is where we are most active here. Last thing, let's go ahead, reach down and then walk it off to one side towards that foot. Maybe you take 3 intentional breaths here. Let's switch sides. So, like I was saying earlier, some of these short workouts, I can see people doing them maybe during their lunch break or something like that. And if that is you, I want you to go ahead and take a minute here, walk it back to the middle, stand it up tall, slowly, relax your shoulders down. Take a couple minutes, couple seconds to get your head back into your workflow so you can get back into your day. Or maybe even if you're doing this in the evening, take the time to get your couple breaths in so you can be present for your family, your friends, whoever needs you here today. Couple deep breaths. Maybe you're closing your eyes. As always, thank you so much. Thanks so much for joining us here today. We're so happy that you're here. Let us know what else you want to see and have a great day. So you think they should have a good day? Yeah.